What is up, YouTube? We are back. It's your boy, G-reg, man. We back with another video. We reacted to EWU, Crime Story Time. Woman discovers her boyfriend's horrifying secret. Now we're gonna, this is the first one in like 3-4 days. We haven't reacted to shit in a minute. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Run away from home. I done looked underneath the bed. I done looked in the closet. I looked everywhere.
Hey,
I was like, well, man.
If you're watching this video and you like energy drinks and want a nice refresher to your day that's healthy, chat, there's so much shit in here. There's zero fat, cholesterol, sodium, carbs. There's vitamin D, vitamin C, calcium, iron, potassium, vitamin B6, vitamin B12. And then there's a bunch of bunch of shit. Go check out Bucked Up. Get your Bucked Up. Use code Greg6 to get you a discount, man, and it helps me out. Yeah, and it's just an amazing drink. This Miami one, and the Berry Pop. I think I have a can. I keep all of them. That's just the regular, right here. Oh no, that's Blood. The Blood Raz was also really good. But the Bomb Pop one's also amazing.
She just had a plan to go sit with you in the house. He's like, no, mama, she's not here.
She's got to be somewhere in some water and some wood somewhere, but I didn't think it's going to be like
pulled up and smelled something. I thought it was a hog. I walked back up the rail just a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hog.
When 12-year-old Naomi Jones woke up on May 31st, 2017 at her home in Pensacola, Florida, she had no idea the horror waiting just around the corner. Later that day, her mother received a call from Naomi's two younger brothers. They were fine, but there was no sign of Naomi, who was in charge of watching over them. As an investigation into her disappearance gets underway, those looking for Naomi have no idea just how close she is the entire time.
I had 2 missed calls and I was like, who is this number? And then I realized through text messages, I was like, oh, that's let me call him back. And it was like, Mama, I ain't seen Naomi. I done looked underneath the bed. I done looked in the closet. I looked everywhere. I was like, well, maybe she just had a plan to go sit with you in the house. He's like, no, Mama, she's not here.
Knowing her 12-year-old daughter would never abandon her brothers under anything less than extreme circumstances, Naomi's mother, Shantara Hurry, left work and rushed home to search for her daughter.
Good mom.
When there was no sign of Naomi, Shantara called the police to report her missing.
W mom.
Authorities took the report of a missing child seriously and jumped into action.
Hey, so far, W cops, W mom, the situation's getting handled right. Now, I don't want to say W situation because of the circuit. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so far everything's been like the mom. She said, fuck work. She's like, my daughter missing.
They began canvassing the apartment complex where Naomi and her family lived and surrounding neighborhood, as well as organizing a foot search. Their efforts quickly turned up some distressing evidence. Outside the complex on the side of the road was a lock of dark brown hair.
Is that her?
Naomi had a hair weave, and investigators suspected that this hair could have been torn or pulled free during a struggle.
And she's 12.
This theory was further supported when they found an additional lock of hair some feet away in the grass. Police, along with Naomi's friends and family, distributed missing person posters around the area. They also interviewed all of the residents at the apartment complex, including Naomi's younger brothers. Because they were the last to see Naomi before she vanished, it was important that police learn everything they could from the boys. However, interviewing a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old was no simple task. Most of the following footage has never been seen before.
I was in the bedroom and my sister had walked outside. And my brother told me Naomi's coming, and I went outside to look, and then I called my mom.
What did you use to call her?
My next door neighbor's phone.
Are there any other phones in the house?
My sister's phone.
Tell me how come Naomi didn't take her phone.
I think it was because she wasn't going anywhere for it. She takes her phone everywhere with her.
Mm-hmm.
While the boys were being questioned, police also took the opportunity to speak more with Shantara. She was more certain than ever that Naomi had not left home by choice.
I know that Naomi would not run away from home. I also know that if it was somebody that she knew, she still would not have left her two siblings at home by themselves. If they feel any unction that Naomi is going somewhere, they hop right up, they're her shadow. You get what I'm saying? So I'm even wondering if my baby even has shoes on. Because I'm looking at all her shoes and whatever, and I don't see any shoes missing. You get what I'm saying? Like, if her not to say, Naomi, I'm going with you. It was nothing that gave my 4-year-old the unction that Naomi was really going for.
Gourmet for less at Aldi.
So what does that mean, bro? Like,
Extra.
what are you trying to say?
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix. Now this whole...
In addition to insight into Naomi's character, Shantara was also willing to share some of her suspicions about who may have been involved in Naomi's disappearance.
Hey, this might be playing around. W-bomb.
And of most interest, according to her, should be Naomi's father, Robert Jones.
What's your gut tell you about this whole thing?
Robert, I just want to try to figure out who lured her. It's not really much that can really lure her in either besides her father. The person who she wants to get her attention from, the person she hasn't seen in so long.
The police dutifully followed up with Naomi's father. Despite Shantara's certainty that he may have been involved, police found nothing to suggest that was the case. With his alibi verified, investigators moved on to questioning all of those in Naomi's immediate vicinity. Combined with an ongoing foot search for Naomi, this was no small task, and the FBI soon joined the search for Naomi.
The FBI?
In addition to conducting interviews, police obtained search warrants for several nearby units.
Yeah, like
One such unit belonged to Lauren. Police were particularly interested in her apartment as it had a direct line of sight to Naomi's back deck, where the girl was known to often dance. They were concerned that her dancing could have attracted unwanted, inappropriate attention.
Yep.
In the course of searching the apartment, investigators discovered that Lauren's boyfriend, Robert Howard, spent a good deal of time at the residence, despite having his own home about an hour away.
How long have you been with Robert?
About 2 years.
About 2 years? Okay. Let's go back to, obviously this has been in the news for a week now about the little girl at your apartment complex, Naomi. What kind of girl was she? Was she friendly? Was she kind of...
She seemed like she was kind of friendly, just like a little girl. She would just, do like little dances on the back patio if I was out washing or if my washer broke.
Does Robert live with you?
No.
So, explain to me how that works out, because he's up in Bruton at work, and he also keeps the place up there too?
Mm-hmm. Like averaging a week, how many times does he stay the night at your house? He always stays Friday and Saturday night, because he's off. But just depending on his work schedule, he'll come. And if you're at work, does he stay there without you sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
The story will only take a bizarre turn from here. In the course of
What are they getting at?
diligence, police looked into Robert, and what they found sent alarm bells ringing.
Robert?
I know about his past. I know that he got convicted of faking the
Bitch, are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? What?
I'm just right after high school. Do you know the details of it anymore? Or what he's told you? Some details on that. That, there was a girl who accused him of her. Yeah. So being able to afford any kind of lawyer or anything like that. He just, you know, he give you the privilege to come down. He was telling me about witnesses that wouldn't take his witnesses on his side, and they just listened to her, whoever her people had or her.
In 1999, Robert Howard was convicted of 2 counts of assault in the state of Alabama. He served 15 years in prison before being released on probation in 2014. Since then, he'd been registered.
How did he make it in prison, bro? Hey, Alabama prison, bro. I thought you Southerners. Okay. I thought you Southerner. So Greg, how about we do this? All right. How about we actually use our brain and we actually pronounce words correctly? Okay. I thought you Southerners. Holy shit. Like, what am I doing? I'm not even gonna.
As an offender.
Southerners. You stupid bitch, Greg. God damn it, bro.
And brought him in.
Life's better when your stuff is protected.
Life's better when you don't have a speech impediment. Fucking idiot. I'm an idiot, guys. My
Robert
bad.
informs the police that he was at the gym on the morning of the incident and returned to Lauren's apartment around 11 a.m. Soon after, he went to see Lauren at work, and both returned home half an hour later as Lauren wanted to change her shirt. He further shares that they were only at the apartment for a short time and left again around noon so Lauren could go back to work. Robert tried to go to the dollar store but chose to stay in his car when it began storming. It seemed that Robert had a solid alibi for the entire day Naomi went missing.
After that, I headed on out to Bruton to go see a friend before they went to a funeral.
This is where investigators began to question the series of events. According to Robert, he left Pensacola to visit a friend in Bruton, then turned around and drove an hour all the way back to Pensacola, then went back to Bruton again to clock in for work. It was clear that something wasn't adding up.
Oh, baby, what are you doing?
On Wednesday, you went to Bruton, came home just to get your stuff, and then went right back to work.
I went to see my friend. I mean, this is somebody that my girlfriend knows nothing about, so I went to see her. Because like I said, her uncle had passed. I'm going to see her.
Right. How come you didn't take your stuff with you, though? That just seems like a whole lot of driving to me.
I do a lot of driving, believe it or not, but, I mean, I was dressed. I mean, I just didn't have my boots or my rain gear. So, I had to come back to get that.
Do you know who Naomi is?
Yes, I know exactly who she is. I see her. Well, you see her every time we're in and out the apartment. Her and her brother, they're either out there playing with their dog, or they're on that back balcony, or they're in between the apartments playing.
Had you seen her at all that day?
No, ma'am. I ran into, I don't know the little girl's mom name, but her and another older lady as I was getting ready to get into the car to head back to Bruton for work. And that's when she asked me, have I seen her daughter? Yeah, I was coming down the steps as I put my boots in the back seat, and I was getting ready to get into the car. Actually, her friend that was with her asked me first, have I seen a little girl? And I'm like, well, no, ma'am, I just came out the apartment. And she was like,
I'm not gonna lie, there's something off about this man. Who's this dude? Oh my god, this is the motherfucker that fucking... Yo, I took a rip of the cards, bro. Oh, fuck.
Like, well, it's my daughter.
My bad.
And I'm like,
God damn it.
Like, she's missing. And I stood there and talked with them for a minute before I left.
This incident would have chilling implications later.
What does that mean?
While it was odd, it was far from...
What does that mean, chat?
...to detain Robert further. Police would confirm his alibis, but for now, they focused their attention on those closer to Naomi. For example, they interviewed Shantara's ex-boyfriend, Bruce.
They did his bogus, bro. They did his ass bogus.
Shantara's ex-boyfriend, Bruce.
Naomi's birthday was fit to come up, and she asked me for a pair of Space Jam Jordan.
Alright, if y'all know what Space Jams are, they're fucking mwah. Space Jam 11s are mwah. I've had Space Jam 11s, I've had Cherry 11s, I've had Win Like 96s, I've had Concords, I've had the UNC Blues, I've had the Cool Grays, I've had the Derek Jeters. Bro, 11s were my shoe in middle school and high school, bro. The low cherry 11s, I loved, bro. What else? The Emeralds, bro, dude. I'm a shoe freak, alright? That's one thing y'all don't know, really. I'm a big-ass shoe freak. My favorite pair of shoes is the Jordan 4, the Pure Moneys. They're all white. They're so... you can't beat them. Or the Concord 11s. I mean, or the bread. The breads, oh my goodness, the breads are so... and the Jordan 1s. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Jordans that you could say are number one. So that's just my personal favorite pair is the Jordan 4 Pure Moneys. My favorite shoe is the Jordan 4. The best shoe, though, that he made was the Jordan 11. I will admit that the Jordan 11s are the best shoe he's ever made, but the 4s are my personal favorite. Yeah. Bro, I'm sorry to go on that little rant, bro. I just love shoes. I really do. I love shoes. I'm a fucking shoe freak. I've had the amount of Yeezys I've had, insane. The amount of 4s, 11s. Dude, I don't really like 5s and 6s. I'm not going to lie. I've only had 1 or 2 pairs of each. I only have like 3-4 pairs of 1s. I don't really like 1s that much. I love 12s. I love the 12s, man. Love the 12s. Yeah, I mean, I do like 1s. It just depends, really, because I can't really rock 1s. I'm gonna be honest. I can't. I kind of got big feet for my. I'm an average size. I'm 5'11", barely, if 6 foot, if that. You know what I mean? So I'm average, and I kind of got big feet. So if I wear you know how the 1s look? They're pretty big. They're not. I like the small. I like the 11 lows. They're amazing. The 11s even are tighter than the 1s. You know, they're not as fat and loose. Yeah, that's just my personal preference. So I love the 11s and the 4s. Those are my 2 favorites.
And shoes.
But you said you were just over there at like a little cookout or something, right?
But they're not cheap, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They're not. They're off drop. What were they off drop? $350. Space Jams. $450 maybe. I always bought off drop. The cheapest you can get them is off drop. So that's what I always bought them. I'm trying to think. Space Jam 11. Damn, they re-release shoes all the fucking time. So I don't know when this was.
No, her mom called me over there. They was cooking and shrimp and fish or something like that.
Shrimp and fish.
And I went over.
Naomi texted you wanting certain shoes.
Yeah, she wanted the shoes, the Space Jams, and I said, since you've been good and you kept your grades up, I said, listen to your mama, obey your mama, follow what your mama say, and I get you them shoes.
Good shit. Hey, good shit, bro. He is ex-boyfriend. He being more of a father than their real dad, bro. Or maybe, I don't know. My bad. Yeah, no, he's not in her life. They said, yeah, no. Bruce, bro. W Bruce.
All that. I don't chasing that. Because she's saying I owe her $70.
More options means even more
Bruce not having that.
use for your bathroom from Floor & Decor.
According to what Bruce told police, his conversation with Naomi was simply his attempt to be a positive influence in her life. He also stated that he'd recently come back in contact with the family and thought they were on good terms. But when Shantara told him to stop talking to her daughter, he said that he respected her wishes and ceased all contact. Before parting ways with the investigation, Bruce gave some insight into Naomi's behavior.
Let me tell you something. Naomi don't go nowhere, sir. She don't let them kids out the house.
The boys were home. They stayed in the house.
Naomi don't go outside like that. Naomi like the phone. She like computers. She like to be in her room. She like to be by herself.
You ever see her go anywhere without her phone?
The phone was left in the house.
Nope.
It It seemed that everyone who knew Naomi was
Hey, W. Bruce in the fucking chat, bro. Bruce and her mom. They
wander off on her own.
They might need to get back together, bro. Not gonna lie.
With no further signs of Naomi, the case was looking increasingly grim. The foot search continued, expanding to cover a 3-mile radius surrounding Naomi's home. But despite the monumental effort of the local police and the FBI, nobody could find any trace of Naomi. Police went through her phone and contacts.
She's 12? Bro, that's crazy. She's fucking 12, bro.
Tridarius Gray.
Whoa.
There they discovered messages from a man by the name of Tridarius Gray, who would...
Wait, I need to hear this.
At 18 was 6 years older than Naomi. When they looked into the relationship further, investigators saw a few potential red flags and headed out to his residence to get some...
Bro. I know 16 is like the age where you can't go younger. But even if you were 16, fuck that. No, fuck that. Even if you're 16, you can't even talk. No, bro, you're fucking in high school, dog. She's in middle school. Fuck no, bro. You should not. Hey, this is my rules. If you're a freshman in high school, you cannot. You have to date your age or older. Alright? If you're 16, or if you're 17, you should do 17 and older. I mean, you can do 16 or 17 and 16, but like 17 and 15 still. Yeah, I know they're both kids still, but like, are they? And 18 and 20. Gee, what the fuck? Bro's got to be a loser. I'm not gonna lie, bro has got to be a loser. What in the fuck are you, dude? I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say. Now I'm happily engaged. Y'all know this, man. I'm chilling. I'm chilling in my life. I got my romance in my life. I'm not chasing females like that. But if I was, I'm 21. Alright? If I had some girl DM me or add me that was 19 even, I'd say hell no, bro. Hell no. I'm not saying that's weird. I'm just saying I don't like that mentality. I don't like that age of females. I've always been into older girls. That's just me. I was always a MILF. I love my moms, bro. I love my moms. I love my my older girls, bro. So that's what Maddie is. I got that. But like, I'm just saying, if I was no. I feel like if you're 21, you definitely should be 20 and above. If you're 20, if you're 20, no 18-year-old, because you're still in high school probably, or could be. Unless you're graduated, then yeah, that's fine. And if you're 18, bro, nothing lower than 17. Nothing. No 16. Not even 16. No. That's just weird. And if that happens with my kids, bro, I'm going to have a real talk with them. I'm going to have to be like, yo, this, like, you're in school, bro, and if they're at a big public school, I'm going to be like, you could get made fun of for this. You could get bullied for this. Like, real shit. Like, I'm going to be honest with them. I'm going to be like, bro, you guys have to, like, everything gets judged by, everything you do is judged by people. So if you don't want that on you, don't even bother. Alright? That's all I'm going to tell them.
Okay, Tridarius, so you know Naomi, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know Naomi?
Went to school with her.
Okay, what grades were you in school with her?
Boy, I went to school with her.
I was in 8th and I don't know what grade she was in.
Okay, she would have been elementary? Okay. And so you've known her for how long, would you say?
3-4 years.
Okay. So with that friendship that y'all kind of have, is it just like a close friendship? Y'all text every now and then? Kind of describe your relationship with her.
No, she just takes me out of nowhere.
While it was ultimately determined that Tridarius had nothing to do with the Naomi Jones case, this wasn't the last time he would be under police scrutiny. Almost 5 years later, in 2022, Tridarius Gray was involved in a serious crime where he shot his ex-girlfriend, Jacavia Simmons, and then took his own life. For Naomi's case, however, one phone call was about to change the trajectory of the entire investigation.
See if
What the fuck?
It's a dream job, if you don't mind being an art seat. But with SAP,
That is crazy, bro.
all the right data to help you take whatever heat the universe throws your way.
Hi, I'm Brother Nature. My sister, Mother Nature, grows everything organic. She gets all the credit, but I make...
On June 5th, less than a week after Naomi went missing, 2 individuals contacted emergency dispatch to report a gruesome discovery that would change everything.
Are you
How do we like to have this fish so much?
You guys were fishing?
No.
No?
We work together, and we really like to fish. Well, you know, that bridge has just been complete recently that I remember, and we were right there and we wanted to stop. You know, I was like, hey, we'll go check that out on the way back, because we were 2 blocks up.
I'm not gonna lie, bro shook. Bro is shook. Hey, if I were to see a little girl dead, bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, chap, your boy, yeah, no, I've seen a lot, alright? So I'd be the type of person to be like, alright, we gotta call the cops. We gotta make sure, you know, there's nobody still down there. And I wouldn't go nowhere near the body. I wouldn't touch the body. I wouldn't go nowhere near I don't want to disrespect nobody, so I wouldn't go nowhere near the body because I don't know that person. But I'd call the cops, and then I'd just check to see if there's a phone around. And if there was no phone around that I could see, if there's a phone I could see in their pocket, I wouldn't even touch it though. If I could see their phone in the pocket, I'd leave it. Nope, you're good.
The road on the corner, putting in the garage door. Well, we finished and said okay. So we pulled over. And we pulled over, you know, just to look. Because we like to fish. That's something that's one of the perks of our jobs, is we can stop and fish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pulled up and smelled something. I thought it was a hog. You know, because the color and everything, I thought somebody just skinned a hog. Well, walked back up the rail just a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hog.
Yeah.
Tragically, what they discovered in the water was none other than the remains of Naomi Jones. Her body was in an advanced state of...
Bro, that's a 12-year-old girl, bro, and you're gonna disrespect... She was probably buried. She's probably been, you know, she's ashes now, probably. So, that really triggered. I'm not gonna lie. She's 12 years old, bro. That is
decomposition, which, combined with shock, is likely why the men did not immediately recognize what they were seeing.
I mean, we didn't go down. We knew as soon as we saw, you know, both started calling 911. We both knew what we had to do and just sat right there and waited. We didn't want to move, but the initial, before we even saw what was happening, we both leaned over the rail to look at the water.
Yeah.
And caught it.
Crime scene officials rushed to secure the area and recover her remains. Naomi's body was found floating in the water below 8 Mile Bridge, about 4 miles from her home. The foot search for Naomi had only covered 3. Naomi was wearing the tank top she had last been seen in, but her American flag print shorts and underwear were missing. After locating the body...
Bro, if this... Let me find out she was, you know, and I'm gonna be really mad. Dude!
Investigators likely weren't surprised when the medical examiner ruled Naomi's death a homicide. Now that they know they were hunting a killer, the entire investigation shifted. And as it so happened, Naomi's neighbor Robert Howard had never really left the police's radar. Part of Robert's previous statement had raised a red flag for investigators.
Said he went back and forth
coming down the steps as I put my boots in the back seat, and I was getting ready to get into the car.
On its own, this statement is unimportant. Police likely wouldn't have noticed anything wrong with it if Robert hadn't contradicted himself just a few minutes later.
I mean, I was dressed. I mean, I just didn't have my boots or my rain gear. Mm-hmm. So I had to come back to get them.
When he was brought back to the station, Robert was left alone for about half an hour before detectives started what would turn out to be an exhausting, frustrating, and disturbing interrogation.
Let me take that out, yeah.
Is it alright if I just stand up in the room and stretch my legs? And stuff like that?
Yeah, he's gonna come in and get your buckles in a second. But yeah, you can get up and stretch your legs.
I'm all back forward.
What's that? Buckles? Well, we're just gonna go over some of the stuff. The other investigator talked to you earlier this morning. I had a chance to read over everything, and I had a couple questions I didn't get to ask you because I was busy. Okay. All right.
Once the DNA collection is complete, investigators then casually mention his Miranda rights before commencing what will likely be one of the most harrowing interrogations they have ever conducted.
The missing girl, have you ever seen her around the complex or?
See her all the time when we were in and out. They would always speak whenever we would come in and out. Other than that, everybody.
She dances a lot back there, doesn't she? On the balcony.
Well, they be back there playing most of the time when I see them as far as dancing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was she friendly? I mean,
she always spoke.
They were trying to get him. They were trying to get his ass to look like a creep right there. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, like I said, other than that, that's pretty much all I know about her. I said she would always speak. If she seen us, she would speak. Regardless if we seen her or not, she would let us know that she was there. She was speaking.
Investigators likely took note of this, and instead of easing off as Robert had likely hoped, they press harder.
Did she ever come over to y'all's apartment or anything?
I've never been to Lauren's. If she has, she's been there when I wasn't there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Lauren told me one day that they missed the bus and they came and used her phone to call their mom to let her know they missed the bus. Other than that, that's all I know about them being there.
Okay.
Have they ever been in your cars? No. Either one of your cars?
No.
Did you see that girl that Wednesday at all?
No, sir.
When was the last time you saw her?
I have no idea. It may have been that weekend, maybe. Between Friday and Sunday.
How often do you stay at that apartment?
With my regulations of what I can and can't do, I'm allowed to stay anywhere 3 days, no more than 3 days. So I'll stay like 2-3 days at a time. I go home for a day. I can come back for 3 more days. So that's how I usually do.
You said that the missing girl was never in your car or anything like that? Mm-hmm. And the only interaction you've had with her is just like...
If I see her, she sees me, or she sees however we were, she speaks. That's it.
Do you hang out in any certain areas of Pensacola, or what do you do when you're here in Pensacola?
Pretty much at the apartment.
The police ask Robert if he's ever been in the Lincoln Park area. At first, he says no, then eventually concedes that he occasionally goes to church on the outskirts of the neighborhood. The discovery of Naomi's remains in the same area casts further doubt on Robert's initial denial of any connection to that part of the neighborhood, raising further suspicions about his involvement.
Your car, describe it to me. You said it's silver.
It's a silver 2010 Nissan Altima. Nothing special about it. Has a
2-door, 4-door?
4-door,
yeah. Tinted windows, rims.
Tinted windows, no rims.
As the investigators delve deeper, certain details don't only distress them, but also serve to solidify some of their suspicions.
What kind of girls are you into? I mean, what's your...
Yo!
What do you like?
I like grown women. I mean, women that's my age. I mean, like, I really have no preference of what size or, how fat or how skinny, how tall or thin. But they're going to be legal. I don't fool with no kids. I don't mess with no teenagers, anything like that.
I mean, you like younger girls? I
haven't been with anyone younger than Lauren.
What's the youngest girl you've been with?
Lauren is the youngest girl I've been with.
She's 30?
30, yes.
In response, investigators drop a surprise reality check to rattle Robert further.
What if I were to tell you that your car was in the area where her body was found that night?
No, that's impossible.
Why?
Because it could have been.
Why? Tell me why.
Because when I have my car, it's either at work. When I leave work, it comes straight back to Lauren's apartment.
Did anybody else have your car that night?
No one ever has my car.
So you don't? Does Lauren ever drive your car?
She has a few times, but it's been a little while since she drove my car.
You don't ever loan your car out?
No.
Given his earlier statement about visiting a friend in Bruton for a funeral, police followed up on his alibi in an interview with Yolanda Mitchell, who was willing to challenge part of Robert's statement.
The only reason that I remember May 31st is because that is the day of my uncle's funeral. That's the only reason I remember that day. And he did not know that that was the day of my uncle's funeral. He did not know when I was going. He did not know what time the funeral was going to be. And I told the detectives that called me, I don't delete text messages, so I have all the text messages that we've ever sent to each other. And I think it was about 12:57 that I sent him a text that said, please pray for me and my family. This is going to be hard. And he texted me back like at 1:02 or something like that. I don't remember what he said. He said something about, are you okay? Or do you need to talk? Or something of that nature.
The thing about that is that we already have your phone records.
Okay.
And you were at the apartments at 1:30.
I was gone at 1:30.
Phone records show no, you were there at 1:30. That phone number you gave me is phone number we subpoenaed for the records. You were at the apartments at 1:30. You were not in Bruton.
I was on my way to Bruton.
You were. I'm not going to argue with you.
I mean, you don't have to argue, but okay. If you say I was at the apartment, just please search my license. Nothing has been changed in my car since the day that the first officer looked through it. Everything's in there. If you find anything in that car, it's going to be from Yolanda Mitchell, where she sits in that front seat and talks to me. Other than that, that's it.
While Robert insists on his innocence, he likely doesn't know that the investigators have already spoken with Yolanda and gathered more incriminating information against him. She also revealed that he hadn't been completely upfront with the investigators about the nature of their relationship.
What was your relationship with him? It's not going here. It's not going to be anything we're going to ever bring up other than maybe,
friends, but more than friends.
Okay.
Nobody really knew about our relationship.
Sneaky link.
Okay.
Investigators now get more aggressive in their approach as they push him further to the edge of truth.
I think one or two things happen. You either have a fetish or were attracted to Naomi, and you got her to get in your car, and things might have gotten, let's say, a little carried away, or either you're just a stone cold killer, man.
Well,
I mean, it's one or the
it's
other.
neither, because I never got her to get in my car. She's never been in my car. That's why I've never cleaned my house. I've never cleaned my car because of that. So I feel like if I clean that car and y'all find it clean, oh, well, he cleaned it before we can get to it. That's why I didn't do that.
Why would you even think?
Because the day that when they looked through the day that they questioned us, I had to get a brake job done. I told.
What day were you questioned?
Friday.
Okay.
And I told the guy, I said, well, I had an appointment to get a brake job done at 10. I said, I'm not leaving because y'all questioned me. The other guy that was with him came, looked through my trunk. He opened my back seat, looked in, front seat, looked in. And from that day there, I said, don't clean this car out. Because I feel like, it's eventually going to come. So, I'm already, have a status offender. So, whatever I have is going to be searched. I feel like that anyway.
Right.
Because I'm already a potential suspect. Again, you can say that.
But wouldn't you agree you had time to clean the car before you were even questioned?
Sure, but I didn't. There was no need to. I told Lauren the same thing.
What made you feel that way?
Like I just told you. I feel like, when you look through it, I'm right there at the complex where this child's missing. I'm right there. I'm already, like I said, the status is over my head. Already. So, I'm right there. So, he's right here. So, why not just check him out?
Right.
That's why.
What police don't mention is that they've already done exactly that, and what they found inside made their blood run cold.
We have your car on video. We have your phone records that show your exact route from where you were at, from the apartments
to Bruton, back down to where she was found, back to, and they show exactly which route you went. You can't deny it. It's your phone number. It's your phone number and your phone records. You could keep denying it, or you can tell me what really happened and give your story of what happened. She's a cute girl. She looks a little older. Maybe you guys had something and...
How can we have something? I've never been around the child.
How do you explain, though? How do you explain that your phone is showing that you're going in those directions? How do you explain that?
If you say you got my car video and you say this is showing all this, let me see it. Because there's no way that... None of that.
I don't see it.
There's no way.
Alright, I'll show you.
What's that?
A Nissan Altima.
Okay, and what is that supposed to mean?
That's your car.
How is it? Okay, so how are you just gonna tell me that's my car?
It's your car. Because your phone puts you in that exact spot that car is at the exact time that car is on that video.
Okay, if you say so.
We don't say so.
How we doing?
It's all
evidence says
that is not my car. That's not my car. That child has never been in my car. I've never had that child in my car. Like I said, that child has never been in speeding distance of each other. Never.
While Robert continues to build on his web of lies, investigators have solid proof. According to the medical reports, Naomi had been assaulted before her death. Before even breaking the evidence seal on the door of the vehicle, crime scene investigators noticed what could have been blood on the back end of the vehicle. When police inspected the interior of the car, they found similar stains on the back seat. As Robert fiercely denies ever having Naomi in his car, the investigators, certain they have him cornered, become increasingly confrontational.
So you are a culprit of murder. Because you're sitting here denying, you don't care, you just put it like you just deny everything and lie because we have proof that you're lying.
But this child has never been in my car.
To me, a 12-year-old baby is dead, and you're sitting here lying through the whole thing about where you were for some reason.
I don't know why he keeps denying it, bro.
I've never had her. She's never been with me.
She has. You killed her.
No, I did not.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
You were that baby.
Okay. I can't argue with what you think or how you feel about it.
She just turned 12. She's 11 years old.
I did not touch that child. I did not touch that child.
Investigators found a windbreaker on the back seat of his car that was also stained with what could be blood. Chillingly, there was a copy of Naomi's missing person flyer on the dashboard, along with cleaning supplies in the trunk. Also in the trunk, alongside the cleaning supplies, were a pair of boots that Robert said he'd forgotten at home. A second pair of boots were also in the back seat.
The blood they found on the side of the vehicle.
Only on the side of it?
Yes.
What if I blood on the side of it?
On the passenger side, in front of the rear tire.
The most damning evidence investigators found while searching Robert's vehicle was blood on the exterior of the car, below one of the back doors. This could have been left when a body was put in or taken out of the vehicle. With all this information, police knew they were on the right track before Robert even started trying to sell them his story.
Was she scared?
I don't know. She was. I didn't have her.
Did she cry?
I didn't have her.
Did she try to fight? I heard she was a fighter.
I never had her, so I don't know. You asking me things.
Did she have a chance to fight?
I don't know. I have no idea. You asking me things that I don't know nothing about. She wasn't with me. I didn't have her, so I don't know what she could have did, fought, cry,
Cried for her mama?
I have no idea.
Did she beg you to stop?
I don't know what you're talking about because she was not with me.
Bro is he's frustrated.
She was not with me. All side. I said I don't know nothing.
Yo, how we doing?
And that's fine. I just want to know why you were over there.
When I came home, sometimes when I come home and I ride around to see what I can find out to hook up with.
Yo.
Okay.
That's what I was doing.
Did you hook up with anybody that night?
No.
No, you didn't find it. Do you know that area, or you just were driving around?
Just for driving.
What if I could tell you that you stopped on that bridge?
Where?
Right there where she was found. When you turn off Detroit.
Bro, he's done. He is done.
Past that business a little ways, and there's a bridge there with big concrete things and rails on top of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's not the only time I stopped when I got back up to that corner.
No way. Yeah. Did you actually?
Never stopped on that bridge? You sure about that? Yes. Thought we were being truthful.
That's awesome.
No, we're not. You stopped on the bridge to put her body in the water. Naomi's body.
That's awesome.
Did you throw her over the rail or did you drag her around the side? That's the question I had. I was wondering
throw her
about.
on the rail. I didn't drag her around the side. I did not dump nobody. I did not
It's
dump nobody
silver?
anywhere. She was not in my car. Anything.
That's cool, man. That's actually dope.
No.
You got the money like that.
No. Not at all.
Why are you stopped on that bridge a minute and a half, 2 minutes?
And I did not stop on the bridge.
The video shows otherwise.
Okay.
It's undeniable that you
You
stopped
said a
on
minute and a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yes.
If something like that was to happen, then you got clear cut picture if that's the case.
He asked you, why'd you stop?
I did not stop.
The reason police were confident about Robert stopping at the bridge was because a good Samaritan, Charles Wright, had come to their aid. While Charles wasn't directly connected to the investigation, he had an interesting reason for coming forward to speak with police.
What made you go there to look for her?
Because, like I said, I don't know them per se, but if it was somebody in my family, I don't want somebody to look. And I just, any water, woods that I can think of, that's where I go.
And then you just stopped real quick just to check.
Right.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like I was telling her, she's got to be somewhere in some water and some woods somewhere, but I didn't think it's going to be like.
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight, you can afford it. Performance, durability.
Where you checked.
In a strange turn of events, Charles's assumption that she had to be in water or in the woods was right, and despite a random search, he stumbled upon the exact area Naomi would later be found.
Try to remember exactly what you saw when you looked down. Did anything look disturbed? Anything look out of place? Notice anything just a little off, odd?
Not really, because it also rained Saturday too. Well, I think it rained Friday too.
I think it rained a lot this week.
Yeah. It's just, sometimes it's just like kind of junky over there anyway. Like I said, people throw debris over there a lot, like deer carcass, stuff like that, trash. But I mean, I don't know if I overlooked, but like I said, once you lean over the, nothing. So
while he wasn't the one to discover the body, Charles's knowledge of when her remains weren't in the water was invaluable. Police now knew that the body was likely not disposed of until after Charles checked under the bridge. Thanks to the medical examination, they also knew that the body had been in the water for at least a few days. This put a rough boundary on the period during which the body must have been dumped, a timeline strikingly in sync with Robert's movements that night. As Robert begins to play hardball, investigators pivot to asking him questions that might likely trigger him into confessing.
Do you have problems getting?
Never have. Never have.
What?
As far as me, a 12-year-old, I never.
How about you and Lauren?
The child don't even appeal to me no kind of way. To the point I would even think about trying to have the child. It kind of stuff didn't cross my mind.
You gotta be a sick motherfucker, bro. Real shit.
About the child. Who she's been with, where she went, who she went with. I don't know nothing. Nothing. Or any other child for that matter. Had nothing to do with that.
Why would you say any other child?
I'm just saying, just put it out there. Because I've never messed with a child, period. That's why I'm saying.
Now is your time.
My time for
When
what?
we walk out that door, we're done. You're not going to have another chance to tell us your side of the story. I told you I could prove you stopped right around that bridge.
Okay.
And then, not only that, Robert, you stopped on there one time when you're coming back towards Detroit, and a car passes you, and you got spooked, and you go back to Detroit, and it's all on video, this part. You take a left, go down, and pull right in a driveway. Wait just a second, back up, you come back, turn back on the road, and go back to the bridge. And that's when you threw her body over.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bro is...
Yeah.
How?
Because I never stopped.
You stopped the car. You also pulled out and pulled into that driveway. You know good and well you did. Why'd you do it?
Fine, but I didn't.
Then why's your car doing it? Is an alien driving your car?
Might have been.
You said nobody else drives your car.
They don't, but hell, I mean, if the alien gets it, I'm pretty sure I can't.
You said you're in your car at that time. And you're in that area. So, who the f*** else is driving it?
I have no idea.
You got a dead 12-year-old girl,
okay,
and that's what you're going to go with?
And I'm sorry that she is.
Yeah.
When you're charged with murder?
How about this? She look the same?
She don't look the same. Don't look the same at all. I say I'm sorry about that, man. I say I have nothing to do with that at all. Nothing.
No emotion. You're just a cold-hearted killer.
I'm not gonna lie, this dude's fucked up. If you don't get fucked up in prison this round, bro.
On Naomi's image from the crime scene, another attempt to get a confession out of him, but it fails to elicit a response.
You know, that right there, not a normal reaction.
I was gonna say it, bro. I don't even want to look at. I wouldn't even want to look at that.
Because I mean,
at that picture
it's sickening.
as you are.
It's
No, it's not sickening. You're enjoying that.
No, the hell I'm
You're enjoying that.
I promise you, I give you my
People
word.
usually turn that picture over and they can't even look at it. It's so awful.
I just want y'all to get that tested because, like I said, that is not her blood on my car. That is not hers. Where it comes from, I don't know, but it's not hers.
You don't even care.
Nope.
I understand that you may feel and think that.
No, you don't give.
Okay, that's just what I was going to say. You may feel and think that I don't give. But as I told you before, I mean, I hate this happening to this child, but that's not my doing.
What's
not my doing.
What's going to happen is they're going to know that this is how you were acting. This is the denial, the lying, you know, pompous kind of attitude that you're giving them. Listen, but when you go up there, and we're going to prove this case, beyond a reasonable doubt, we're going to prove this case. And when you get up there and you're like, you know, begging, Judge, please don't give me the death penalty. I regret, I feel remorse, I'm sorry to the family. You know what? This right here is going to come into play. Because this is your true being right here. You don't give a that little girl is dead.
Okay. And you keep saying this. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
Believe me.
you're gonna be begging.
I understand exactly what you're saying. But I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with me. That's why I want you to get out, and I'd be glad when it's done to prove that blood on that car does not belong to this child. That's why I never cleaned my car, because I figured this would happen.
A short break later, when everyone reconvenes for hours more of the interview, the dynamic has changed, and so have the interviewers. The female investigator has been replaced, and the new investigator wastes no time in putting pressure on Robert.
I mean, you know the technology. You watch TV, you see all the... We can put you at the scene, video, and we can also put you there by your phone. Right? We can agree on that. Okay? You admit to being there. So, you probably have the better chance of winning the lottery than you do of being where a girl is picked up and where she is dropped off, murdered, whatever you want to call it, disposed of. Basically like a piece of trash. Thrown over, half naked, like a piece of trash. It makes you look like just one sorry bastard.
I did all that stalking. I did all that.
Why?
But I did not dump this body.
Was somebody else with you?
No, no one else was with me.
You were by yourself.
But I was told that something would be there.
What?
It wasn't this when I looked. Or I didn't see this when I looked.
What was supposed to be there?
It was supposed to be as far as what exactly?
He ain't got. He ain't got nothing.
Something to benefit me. I like that there. Something to benefit me, I guess.
Some dead?
No, I don't hope not. But it was just supposed to be something, and I should have kept it. It was a note for me. It was a note on the car. All honesty, all side. I never picked her up, never took her anywhere. And it said something to benefit you.
From Naomi?
No. No.
Who's it from?
It didn't have no name
piss, Chad. This dude's
or
fucked.
to nobody. It was just on the car.
That is the absolute worst story I've ever heard.
I'm telling you the honest, the truth.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Listen to me.
Listen here.
Just listen to me.
Let me hear this.
Benefit you.
Okay. How's it going to benefit you? Monetarily?
It didn't say. It just said something to benefit you.
As the investigator continues to prod, Robert finally poses the question they'd all been anticipating. A question poised to unveil chilling answers.
They're going to make you out to be the monster on the stand. The only thing that you can say is, I didn't mean for this to happen. And that's what's got to come out of you tonight. I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Made a mistake. All's not lost. But tonight's the night. I'm going to help you through it. I'm going to help you through it. To take that weight off your heart.
You're going to help me through.
Yep.
How are you going to help me through?
Because we're going to talk about it. So I can give that mama closure.
Wait, did he apologize or did he admit?
What you can say is, I didn't mean for this to happen. And that's what's got to come out of you tonight.
Through.
Yep.
How are you going to help me through?
Because we're going to talk about it. So I can give that mama closure. And let her know that you're not the monster that everybody makes you out to be. Because right now, I'm your only saving grace.
He's done, chat. And yeah, he is
Very made it to the house last night. Amazing. Got Gabriella to the school dance. Love those shoes. Amazing. Helped.
He is done, bruh.
It's right saying that. I guess I knew so you can't make me no deals. You can't. I just need something to write and saying.
How about this? We'll talk about this. And I will give you my word. Then I will go to the state attorney. And I will say, he came in here. We did a little dance. But he found it in his heart to talk about this. And he owned up to it.
He
Whatever happens down the road.
Well, okay. You telling him that, and that's still not telling me or guaranteeing me anything as far as this industry.
And I can't do that for you, brother. I can't guarantee you anything. I'm not going to sit in here and lie to you and tell you that I can. I need a number. Kind number.
20.
Enough on me.
Of time.
20 years.
I mean, I know That may not mean a lot, but like I said, I mean,
What do you think her life was worth?
her life is worth 120 years. Did they find the candy in her mouth?
Yes.
Found candy in her mouth.
Yes. What was it?
It was candy.
What kind of candy?
I have no idea. I just know she was eating candy.
Finally, after 5 excruciating hours, Robert begins to give police the confession they've worked so hard for. But while he's now approaching the truth of his involvement, some of the details still don't add up, and it only gets more unbelievable.
She then came out, she spoke vague. Said she had like my shoes. And she said something that I didn't understand. Went up to my car. She was like, well, where's Lawrence? So Lawrence, I want to. She said, can I come in with you? And I told her no. She couldn't come in. She kept on. I let her come over. I kept telling her no. She walked over to the steps as I was going up the steps. And she said, I'm coming in. I said, like, no. The further I went up, the further she came up. I make it to the door. She's at the top of the steps. And I tell her to go back home. Go home.
That was lying.
Go home. She stands there and she's like, why can't I come in? Why can't I come? I said, because you can't. You don't need to be over here. Leave.
In his version of the truth, Robert portrays himself as the innocent adult who attempted to discourage Naomi's advances, an account as unbelievable as the crime itself.
I really didn't mean for things to go where they did. I didn't try to hurt the child, but before I realized I had choked her out.
While Naomi's ultimate cause of death was asphyxiation, she bore multiple other injuries, including lacerations to her face, neck, and other parts of her body.
How? Just around the neck?
Around the neck. I choked her out around the neck. And I didn't really mean for it to happen. I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah, bro.
This when she was found.
Man. I'm a pussy, bro. I'm gonna go get some food.
Because they said when she was found, she didn't have on no bottom. She was fully dressed. I never took any of her clothes off. I never took anything anywhere. She was fully dressed. I even took her slides and left them with her.
At the creek?
Yes. I choked her out, yes. I'll admit that I did choke her out, but I did not. That's why I stressed them. Do a DNA test. No, do this 9 seconds. No, did I have to put her in my car? No, I didn't do any of that.
Just put her upstairs?
No, I didn't have to put her in there.
Obviously, she's a good-looking little 12-year-old.
But that to her was not anywhere my intention.
Though it's likely difficult for the detective to talk this way, he's doing everything he can to minimize the crime to get a confession and get justice for Naomi.
Obviously, she's coming on to you. She wants to see her.
That's what she said, but that's not me. I understand.
That's what it is. I mean, she's trying to use you. She's trying to use you.
That's not what I wanted.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted.
Bro, the cop was playing him, not gonna lie.
So you grab her by the neck, shove her against the wall, or shove her against the door, or what? What you saying?
Corner of the wall.
Corner of the wall, behind the door, in the corner. I mean, I guess at some point she went out.
I thought they just blacked out, but I had choked her pretty damn good to the point where she wasn't breathing.
So she goes out, and then you're like, oh, realize what happened. Then what?
At first, I'm thinking that she's kind of just and so when I see that she's not, I really just panicked from that point.
Where'd you put her?
She's in the car.
Right.
In the backseat.
In the backseat. So you grab her, carry her downstairs, and put her in the backseat?
Honestly, I didn't know what to do. I felt if I tried to take her to the hospital, it would say that this is what I was afraid of. If I took her to the hospital, I would end up here.
Right.
Because, okay, it's better bring this young girl to the hospital, dead or whatever. So I feel like I just had to try to get rid of the body.
This adds a horrifying new angle to the case. Thanks to the information provided by Charles.
Protect your family's dreams under our roof. American Family Insurance.
Our quantum fiber internet was a great deal too.
Switch to quantum fiber today.
The Good Samaritan who had gone out looking for Naomi. Police knew that Naomi's body had not been dropped into the creek until Friday at the earliest. That meant that Robert had kept Naomi's body with him for 4 days. Eerily, even when he had visited Yolanda, the body had likely been in the car the entire time.
Did you go out in the car when you showed up?
Yes.
Did you get in the car?
Yes.
You were in the front seat?
Yes.
Did you look in the back seat?
No.
Okay, you didn't notice like maybe a raincoat spread out back there?
I mean, I'm sure he had his rain gear because it was supposed to rain.
Okay.
But no, I didn't.
Because he's saying she was in there.
I didn't look in the back seat. I mean, I don't understand why he would let me sit in his car if there was somebody in his car. Like, at no point in our interaction did he ever seem like he was nervous or like he was worried about something or like anything was wrong. Like, there was never a point in us talking that it didn't seem right.
Back in the interrogation room with Robert, investigators attempt to hammer out the final details of his confession. In the process, they make a heartbreaking revelation.
I see the ladies walking, so I put my raincoat in the car, the back seat, put my boots in the back on the floor. Naomi's mom's on the phone, the other lady was just walking with her, and the lady, she stopped me and asked me, say, have you seen a little girl? And when she asked me that, my heart just sank.
Because you didn't know.
I already knew we were looking for her.
She's in your back seat.
She's back there in my back seat dead. And I'm like, well, I mean, I can't tell them that she's in my back seat dead. I mean, so I said, no, ma'am, I haven't. And she, Naomi's mom was like, well, it's my little girl. So you know my little girl. I'm like, yes, ma'am. At that point, she was like, I don't know what time she went missing. She like, her brother doesn't even know. So he was standing out there with her. He was like, he don't even know when she left. And I'm trying to get away as fast as I can because I don't need him to walk into my car.
Tragically, it appears that Shantara Hurry was within feet of her missing daughter's body during the first frantic hours of her search.
What?
It was also determined through the medical reports that Naomi was likely killed shortly after she disappeared. Horrifically, it seems Naomi had been dead for almost the entirety of the search.
I told you basically that I killed the child, but I mean, I didn't. Nothing. I didn't try to kill her. I honestly didn't try to kill her.
To gather further evidence on Robert's conduct after the crime and more clues on Naomi's presence in his vehicle, investigators check with his girlfriend, Lauren.
When is the next time you rode in his car? It's okay. You don't remember. Okay. Just wondering if you remembered anything that stood out.
It's hard being so specific about these questions because, you know, sometimes when we think we know somebody, we really don't. But we have enough at this time to go ahead and charge him with murder. It's tough. It's really tough because you have your own family to worry about.
I'm just, really sad for you and your little boy. Because you don't have anything to do with this, and your sweet little boy doesn't have anything to do with this. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry.
I'm sorry to have to tell you that. Not anything like that, you know?
Well, of course, yeah. Of course.
It's
You can't feel. You cannot. Do not.
Yeah, don't feel stupid. You can't blame yourself for
You
that.
gotta blame yourself. I mean, some people just snap. You know. You don't know what triggers them in their head.
Despite his acknowledgement that he killed Naomi, Robert still continues to spout off denials and can't bring himself to tell the whole truth.
And I have no kind of desire to be with a 12-year-old.
I mean, probably not at the time, but I mean, because she acts like she's 17, 18. Would you agree that she acts?
I mean, the way she came on, and she said, "Yeah, I understand what you're trying to do, even if you ain't trying to do nothing." I mean, maybe she was just talking to see if she could see my. I mean, I don't know.
Dude, alright, dude. Bro, I'm to the point where I've had enough pedo talk, bro. Chill out, dog. Like, fuck, yo. If a 12-year-old comes up to me and asks me to see my dick, dude, I'm laughing in their fucking face. I'm like, I'm gonna go find their fucking parents. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, what, bro? There ain't no excuse you can give to validate yourself and your actions, bro. You were a fucking creep. She did not follow you up saying, yo, let me see your dick. You lured her in and then choked her out and did whatever you did with her. Bro, no. That is, and she's 12. Let's get this shit over with, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This video is just...
I didn't do anything to him.
As frustrating as Robert's stubborn denial may be, police have enough to charge him with the murder of Naomi Jones, and his interrogation ended soon after. In 2021, a jury declared Robert Howard guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Eventually, Shantara Hurry, Naomi's mother, settled for $2 million in a civil case against the apartment complex owners, on the grounds that they should have made other residents aware that an offender lived part-time on the property.
For real. Hey, that's a W. You know what? That's a W. I'm never usually for the suing and shit, just because, you know, it's usually not their faults, but it is. They should 100% let you know.
While this is nothing in comparison to the loss of her daughter, we can hope that this might lift some of the pressure on the single mother and ease the family's path going forward.
I'm Al. I'm a technical project manager at a health tech company.
Yeah, bro, man. Y'all stay safe out there, bro. That's just sick, bro. Like, fathers, make sure to keep an eye on your daughters, bro. Like, keep an eye on them. Don't let them get out of your you know what I mean? Make sure to keep track of them. But y'all, man, that's going to do it for this video, man. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like and sub, man. All the help, bro. I just appreciate everything you guys are doing, all the support. You've gotten 2 of my long videos over 500 views, so I thank y'all for real, bro. That means so much to me. Thank you for that, dude. Yeah, because I have no videos really, the long 2-hour long videos, bro. I have some that are like 200, 300, but I only have those first 2 are now my first 2 that are over 500. So I appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to go over and play some Siege now. So if you want to see some of that, go to the YouTube and click on some Siege videos. So yeah, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.